Live in Western Oregon, this is NBC 16 News at 5.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for NBC 16 at 5. I'm Jacqueline Mazer. An update for our viewers tonight. NBC 16 will continue to practice social distancing as long as it is needed. You will continue to see our anchors working different shifts in an effort to stay safe and healthy. Moving now to the latest headlines regarding the coronavirus pandemic. There are now more than 256,000 coronavirus cases in the United States. The national death toll topping 10,000. The next 2 weeks are expected to be the deadliest so far in the U.S. In Oregon, the state has reached more than 1,100 cases and 29 deaths. Oregon Health Authority announced 64 new coronavirus cases. Washington, Multnomah, and Marion counties alone have more than 720 cases. A 93-year-old man from Washington County and a 70-year-old woman from Marion County are the latest victims to die from the virus. Taking a look at our region, Benton County has 21 cases. Lynn County has the most in our region with 44 cases. Here in Lane County, we have 30 cases. The two new positive cases are a man in his 40s from the Eugene-Springfield area and a woman who is also in her 40s just outside the Eugene-Springfield area. Both patients are medically stable and at home. Deschutes County, meantime, added a case and has 40 cases. Douglas County also added a case, moving up to 12 cases so far. No one has tested positive in Coos County. Lane County public health officials addressed the usage of cloth masks to prevent spread of coronavirus. Recently, the CDC recommended wearing cloth face coverings in public settings where other social distancing measures are difficult to maintain. Dr. Patrick Ludke with Public Health says masks are not a substitute for social distancing and that they only work when worn properly and consistently.
Using these masks appropriately over a long period of time is difficult. Many of the studies showed that half of people or more did not use the masks appropriately. And I suspect many of you watching today have seen people have masks only over their mouth, not over their nose, or perhaps the same mask was used for days and weeks, and it degraded over time, and those are all challenges.
The CDC website has a step-by-step guide on how to make cloth masks on their website. The CDC says a washing machine should suffice to sterilize the cloth masks. You may notice some retail employees are wearing gloves as they work. Public health officials say that protective gear is slightly effective for workers, but it may not protect the general public as well as one might think. Health officials say they don't want the public to get a false sense of security.
You have an employee that could be touching things that hundreds of people have touched that day, whereas that's not the same level of risk for the person that just, got it off the shelf, put it on the checkout counter, and then left home with it. Not nearly as many touches.
If you do wear gloves, Leon says, be aware that everything touched with them on could potentially have the virus just the same as it would on your hands. He says nothing replaces the primary methods of washing hands and social distancing for protection. Oregon will send 140 ventilators to New York, the epicenter of the coronavirus pandemic in the U.S. This weekend, Governor Brown tweeted, quote, "New York needs more ventilators, and we are answering their call for help." New York Governor Andrew Cuomo was quick to thank her, saying, quote, "New York will repay the favor when Oregon needs it." While Governor Brown's office assures us that New York needs these ventilators and we don't, Oregon still needs personal protective gear like masks, gloves, and gowns. Shortages for PPE is happening nationwide. Planned Parenthood's Southwestern Oregon chapter is using telehealth services to reach people. This includes counseling for sexual and reproductive questions, birth control, STI testing, and abortion medication. This new program allows their health professionals to connect to patients who need care remotely. You can either contact Planned Parenthood over the phone or through video conferencing. The Eugene, Springfield, Medford, Ashland, and Grants Pass offices see more than 20,000 patients each year. Now, if you need to get in touch with a healthcare worker, you can call 541-344-9411. Well, new tonight, a dispute between a father and son led to a stabbing inside a Eugene home. Eugene police say it happened near East 16th Avenue and Riverview Street around noon. That's when police say the son stabbed his father in his right arm. Police aren't yet clear what the motive was behind the assault. The father was transported to Riverbend by ambulance.
We treated Dad on the front porch. Dad was stabbed pretty significantly and had some very heavy blood loss that we had to treat.
Police say the son is in custody. He's believed to be about 25 years old. He's charged with assault and unlawful use of a weapon. The condition of the father is still unclear.
Hello, sunshine. It finally returned back to Western Oregon after kind of a soggy weekend the past several days, but now that sunshine, it will remain in abundance for the next several days. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of our daytime high temperatures that we saw across Western Oregon today. Warming up into the upper 50s, close to that 60-degree mark, but we do go warmer as the week progresses. Radar and satellite shows decreasing clouds, and you can see that with our look over the Eugene area on this Monday. Of course, the sunshine making it feel a little bit nicer out there, but temperatures falling into the 30s tonight. Tomorrow rebounding close to 60 degrees yet again, but a huge warm-up is right around the corner. I'll have those details in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Josh. Well, there's now a resource site for Oregonians who are struggling while unemployed. It's a one-stop web link center for individuals, families, employees, and small businesses to help gain financial resources. There are links to apply for unemployment insurance, direct cash assistance, paycheck protection programs, and disaster grants and loans. We've included the link on our website, NBC16.com. The Link Center was all made possible by U.S. Senator Ron Wyden, who was able to include these priorities in the last legislation under the CARES Act.
It looks like because of this huge increase in the number of unemployed folks, there's going to be a huge increase in Medicaid claims. That's the federal state program for folks that don't have coverage, and that legislation will go to the Finance Committee, where I sit as well.
Senator Wyden says as for the unemployment offices in Oregon, he expects claims to be processed faster for people in the next 2 weeks. For more information on the One Stop Financial Resources site, again, you can visit our website, NBC16.com. Well, air travel has come to a near screeching halt as airports across the globe see a sharp decline in travel. Here in Eugene, travel is down by about 90%. That's according to Eugene Airport spokesman Andrew Martz. However, Martz says the FAA requires the airport to stay open and operational. He says there haven't been any layoffs amid the pandemic. He also says the airport is financially sound despite the drop in travel.
It's weird to not see what's usually a really vibrant, populated place. We just don't have that many people.
Martz says non-essential airport projects are put on hold for now, but other large projects, such as the taxiway renovation project, is still set for this summer. He also reminds those who are traveling to check with your airline before coming to the airport to see if your flight information has changed. The new Kids Sports Field House at Civic Park is almost complete, but with the coronavirus pandemic, it's unclear how the complex will be used when it is finished. Bev Smith with Kids Sports says the field house will be finished around the end of this month as construction continues. She says the field house could potentially be used by the city or county for emergencies amid the pandemic. However, she says Kids Sports is helping to get children to use the new complex as soon as it's safe to do so.
So we're looking at how will we bring children back. Maybe it will be about free play and playground sports where you come in and you just sign up and we do supervised unstructured play. Request and ask.
Smith says Kids Sports is preparing to get children back to sports safely when the time comes, meaning extended education about social distancing and hand washing. She says sports will likely return when work and school resume. Now, for the latest information on the coronavirus, make sure to visit our website, NBC16.com, our Facebook page at KMTR News, and download our app, KMTR News, on your mobile device. We have resources to keep you and your family safe and healthy.